Hey buddy, I just thought I would give you a quick tour of the bikes I have and try to tell you a little bit about what I know about bikes, and since I'm not up there to tell you, but I've got a bit of a collection of bikes that I've acquired over the years. A road bike that I use for my road biking is very fast, super skinny tires, really light. You can pick it up with one hand. It's about maybe 15 pounds, all aluminum. And I'll tell you a bit more about that in a second. Here's my mountain bike that I've had also for about 10 years. And this is an old vintage racing bike I actually found in Value Village and fixed it all up, put new bar wrap and stuff on it. It's a Mexican racing bike, road bike, and I changed the tires out. And then this is another older racing bike also. I picked it up for like 30 bucks. Fixed it up. It's super fast. So anyways, I'll just go over what they're all about, each one. So this is a road bike, full road. It's built to go really fast, super light. Tires inflate to about 100 psi. Everything on it is aluminum, so it'll never rust. The forks are made out of something called carbon, which is a really tough plastic. The seat tube is carbon, and also the pedal cranks are carbon. This bike's worth about 3,000 bucks, but on Kijiji I was able to pick it up for about 900. Just shopped around and looked and saved up my money for a while. I wanted a bike that I'd have for the rest of my life, and that's what I decided to invest in, and I definitely will keep it. Just super comfortable, really fast. Got my speedometer. With how many kilometers was my last ride? Was 100 kilometers. I've probably got about 15,000 kilometers on this bike, and it's been great. The pedals are specially designed to clip in with shoes. Shoes actually clip into the pedals, which is great. You can add that to a mountain bike as well, and it allows you to actually pull up on the pedal while you're pushing down with the other foot, and you get lots of power. It makes you, it just increases your power by about 30%, which is great. Lots of water bottle carriers to do long distance with, little packs to put food and stuff in, Important things on the bike are to look at the componentry. If you look up close, you can see this is Shimano Ultegra components, which is the top of the line components. You'll see all of these names on all of the components, the brakes. You'll see it also on the rear derailleur. Ultegra is top of the line components, and sometimes you'll see different components on the back and the front. They'll mix it up to save money. This bike's got all top components, and they just last a long time. The next one down, I believe, is Tiagra from components, and then you get into really cheap stuff. It doesn't last very long at all. You can tell what a bike is made out of. It's usually on the frame somewhere. I don't see it right off the top of my right in plain view, but anyways, usually they have it written right down here what the frame's made of, but this is aluminum frame. Anyways, Norco CRR M6, about 2007 model. So that's what that is. This is my old mountain bike. Saved up and bought this too. Had it for about 10 years. Good bike, about a $800 bike new. That also one I bought to keep all my life. I had another mountain bike that I sold, and then got this one. It's got shocks on it, really good shocks. Disc brakes, very important. They last a lot longer and are give you much more stopping power. The tires and the rims are aluminum. The frame's aluminum. And what I was telling you there about how you can tell what the frame's made out of, there it is there. You see it's made out of aluminum. That'll tell you your frame size. It's a 19-inch frame, and it's good to go to a bike shop. This is a good one we have in Brantford, the bicycle shop, and they'll size you up. They'll actually measure you and get a bike that's the right size for you. That's really important, because if you ride a bike that's too big or too small, it can be very uncomfortable. It can actually be dangerous, because it's hard to handle a bike that's too big, and a bike that's too small will just leave you feeling cramped and not very comfortable. Disc brakes also on the back, and then again, the components for this bike are called Shimano Alivio, and it has pretty much those on the back. You can see, like I said, they mix it up. Sometimes they give me Dior on the back, which is a great, a little higher end component. And then on the front derailleur, they've given Shimano Acera, which which is kind of the middle of the line. So the back, they put the best one, which is actually the most important, your rear derailleur, which is what does all your shifting. That's your cog that you'll be shifting with the most. The front one you don't use too much, just on occasion. The back one you're using constantly. Speedometer, comfortable handlebars. I put a little bit of some bar extension on it for climbing. You can grip onto those. Yeah, so shock, nice comfortable seat. Quick release tires, really important to have, because people will actually steal your tires. So the thing you do, you can pop these off. I have mine on pretty tight right now. You can pop that off, pop the wheel off, and lock the wheel up with the frame of the bike. Lock through the frame, the front wheel and the back wheel, but you're locked through it and no one can steal your wheels off your bike. I actually had that happen one time. Someone stole, behind my house. I had just locked up my frame. I hadn't locked up my wheels, and someone stole my wheels off my bike. It cost me about $300 to replace my wheels back when I was 16 years old. Really sucked because I just bought the bike. But anyways, so that's my giant mountain bike called Giant Yukon. Kind of a good starting level bike. I was thinking of bringing this one up for you to give it a try, or if you come down here, you can try it when you come down, but I can put it in the trunk. The wheels come off and stuff, so I can put it in the trunk and bring it up if you want to give it a try. The vintage road bike, what can I say about this? It was 25 bucks. Just kind of a cool find. It's made in Mexico, old steel frame. Hard to find. It's pretty big. It's a big bike. A little too big for me, but I just couldn't pass it up for 25 bucks. I rewrapped the handlebars, put in better seat on it. I put some grip on the tires just because I wanted to use it kind of like a cross bike. A cyclocross bike is kind of a combination between a racing road bike and a mountain bike. You get your cyclocross. This is not really officially a cyclocross, but it gives you tires with a bit more grip, so you can go on trails, but you can also go quickly on the roads. It's actually probably the best bike to buy. If you're just gonna buy one bike, a cyclocross is probably the best one to buy, because you can do everything with it. You can go on trails, you can go on roads. It's very fast. It's just a great bike to have. So anyways, this is an old cyclocross I put together, old racing and a hybrid bike. All kinds of weird old components on it that you don't even see anymore. Yeah, it's just neat. But it's kind of fun to ride. I do need to do a little bit more work on it to get it in tip top, but it's pretty neat and one of a kind bike. You don't see them anymore. This is kind of my favorite bike to just hop in if I don't want to put my shoes and all my gear on, and my shorts and my shoes, my biking shoes. I just want to hop in on with some sandals and still be able to go really fast. This is probably my go-to bike. It's one of my favorites. It's an old Finelli racing bike, and you can see the shifters are on the down tube. You don't see that anymore. Now they put the shifters on racing road bikes right into the brakes. So if you want to shift up, you actually push that way. If you want to shift down, click this. Interesting change, but really effective, because your hands are always on your brakes and you can just shift very quickly. This way, obviously, you have to take your hands off the handlebars, reach down and make a shift, but still shifts really good. Skinny tires, they inflate to about 100 psi, and just a nice old steel frame. Again, here we find out what the frame is made out of. Chromoly, which is a steel that doesn't rust. That is a good type of material to make a frame out of. So if you see a bike made out of chromoly, that's also a good choice. Yeah, but this is a bike prop just I have for for friends to come ride with me. Sometimes if they don't have a bike, if you come up and we go on a road ride, probably put you on that. You can try it. It's really comfortable, super fast. It doesn't look like it, but the thing flies. It's just meant for speed, and it's got an old crank system on it. I'll just turn it around so I can show you. Called a BioPace crank. You don't see them, they don't make them anymore. It was kind of a technology that was really popular about 20 years ago, and the thought was, and you can kind of see that the crank has a slight oval to it, and the thought was that on the downstroke you'd get a little bit more power due to the physics of the oval shape. And you can actually feel it when you're pedaling. When you hit the downstroke, you just get this little tiny turbo boost of power. It's very interesting. But for whatever reason, people didn't like it. It was too funky for, I don't know. They didn't like it, so they stopped putting it on. But fortunately, I lucked out and I have it on this bike. which also makes it really fast. It's probably one of the reasons why it's so quick. So anyway, sometime when you're down, we can go out for spinning. You can give it a try. Here's the components. This is an older kind of component. They still make it now, though. This is the old Shimano 105 componentry. There's your 105 too there. So, and 105 on the shifters too. 105 on the brakes. So that's good. Shimano components are generally pretty good. So that's a quick overview of the bikes I have. Brendan and I too, we've got a tandem bike in our garage, which I'll show you really quick. And this is the 2-person bike, and this is one of Brenda's bikes. She really likes tandems, and we also have this second tandem for friends to join us. It's also Brenda's bike, and this is Brenda's mountain bike. So that's one thing we have in common, is we really like biking together. And I won't go through all of that with you, but that's kind of a lot of fun too. We can try that out if you ever come to. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of bikes. I definitely recommend buying a bike from an official bike shop. You know, they do one thing and they do it really well, and they'll give you tune-ups. A lot of times you can get free tune-ups with the bikes, and just something that you can, it's a real purchase that you can kind of be happy with for a few years. It's going to last. You're getting it from people that specialize in bikes, and you know, so it's worth saving up a little bit. To get a good bike, you know, you got to budget a little more money, but I think it's better to buy a bike for, you know, $400 or $500 and have it last you 10 or 15 years than to buy one for $100 or $200 and it only lasts you 2 or 3 years, because then you're going to have to replace it anyways. Right? So that's my logic on that. Plus, a more expensive bike, like, just is more comfortable too. Like this one I've had for over 10 years. This one I've only had for about 5 years, but I'm gonna have it all my life, and it's used. You know, I used a bike, but got a really good deal on it. So yeah. Anyways, that's my take on it. I just wanted to share that with you. It's a real passion of mine, cycling. It's kind of the equivalent of probably soccer for you, but it's between running and cycling. I really love these sports. So I just wanted to give you a little video about bikes and what I think about them. So happy to help you in your search if you want me to. Again, no pressure, but I would love to share my knowledge base with you and help you make a choice on a bike that you're going to be happy with if you want me to. So let me know, and also whenever you want to come down for a ride, we'll do it up. Okay, buddy, I love you, and hope you like this bike video.